not agreed to. Call on Government Order of the Day number 1.
Weathertight Homes Resolution Services Financial Assistance Package Amendment Bill, second reading.
Speaker.
Honourable Maurice Williamson.
Mr Speaker, I move that the Weathertight Homes Resolution Services Financial Assistance Package Amendment Bill be now read a second time. Firstly, I want to acknowledge the hard work of the members of the Local Government Environment Select Committee, whom I believe worked very well together in refining the bill and bringing some minor amendments back to the House that I think do improve it. I'd also like to thank all the submitters who took the time to offer their comments and opinions on the bill. Mr Speaker, I'm proud to commend this bill to the House because it enables an assistance package that helps address an issue that has been a huge burden on many owners of leaky homes over a very long time period. The social, economic and health costs of leaky homes are affecting many New Zealanders, and it's time to get those homes fixed. Sir, if you refer to the work that we had done by PricewaterhouseCoopers, their view was that the bare minimum damage done to the residential properties of this country by leaky homes was 11.3 billion. So I make the House aware of the magnitude of this. Owners of leaky homes have said to me, there must be some way out of here. And sir, I've never been to that many meetings in my whole political life where people were crying on a regular basis because they were stuck. They couldn't find a way of getting funding. They couldn't fund the repairs themselves, and their house was rotting around their ears, and there was, as I said, no way out of here. There's too much confusion in the current litigious process because a number who have sought litigation have actually ended up winning their case, and then their legal fees being almost the same size and in many cases more than what their settlement was. So a case of when you win, you still lose. The hour is getting late, and in my view it's important that this financial assistance package get to market as quickly as we can and get it up and running as soon as possible so that those people out there who want to get their homes fixed get them fixed. Not that we pay money to lawyers, or not that we just give a grant to a homeowner and then let them decide what they do, but actually pay this money towards getting the homes fixed. So last year the government announced the financial assistance package to provide another pathway to the repair of leaky homes. I want to make it quite clear because there are some people out there who don't like this package, and I fully appreciate that, but it is a voluntary package. Nobody needs to sign up to it if they don't want to. This is just another pathway that homeowners can follow if they wish. The package is voluntary. It's up to the homeowners to decide whether it's the best option for them in the circumstances. Homeowners will remain entitled to pursue claims through the Department of Building and Housing dispute resolutions process and the Weathertight Homes Tribunal, or through legal avenues, or a whole lot of other things if they wish. But if a qualifying homeowner chooses this financial assistance package, then the government will pay 25% of the agreed repair costs, and the participating council that approved the original construction work will pay 25% as well, and the remaining amount will be met by the homeowner. The contributions will be based on agreed actual repair costs. It's a pretty good deal. I mean, I know there's people out there who want it to be more. I know the Select Committee will have heard people saying, oh, it should have been more, it shouldn't have had the 10-year limitation. I know a lot of superannuitants say I can't even afford the half, so the government should have paid the lot. But sir, every time I looked at any of the alternatives to what we've come up with here, the sums of money involved make your eyes water, and the Minister of Finance was quite clear that even this is a huge drag on the government's accounts, and anything beyond this would have been too far. So I'm pleased that we as a government have offered a package up. As I said before, it's going to be voluntary. The package also includes assistance to owners to access bank finance for the remaining agreed repaired costs, that's for the 50% less, by way of a loss-sharing arrangement with the banks, who have agreed to participate for loans made to owners qualifying for the assistance and who can meet banking lending criteria. So that's good, and the details of that is currently being thrashed out between myself and some of my officials and the Bankers Association and the individual banks. The scheme also provides an opportunity for builders, designers and others to contribute to the costs of repairing leaky homes and therefore limit their liability. It can be a financial contribution or a contribution in kind. Mr Speaker, I shall now outline what I think the key changes contained in the amendment bill are. The bill will limit participating territorial authorities' liability and any other contributing parties' liability, for instance, other solvent defendants, for claims being addressed through the financial assistance package. It will protect the Crown from liability for the failure repairs made under the financial assistance package and any losses suffered as a result of the provisions of this package. It will provide a power for the appropriate minister to prescribe and guarantee or indemnify in respect to a loan made for the purpose of repairs made under it, and it will make the financial assistance package available for a period of 5 years from the time the package first becomes operational. These changes are necessary to facilitate the delivery of the package. So basically what we're saying is, if you choose to go with this, the two things you have to sign up to is you will not sue the council because they're putting their 25% in, so it's a done deal, and you will not sue the Crown because the Crown actually doesn't have to do this. There's been a number of cases where the Crown has tried to be joined in litigation and it's been thrown out, it's failed. So the Crown does not have to. We could actually do what Labor did for 9 years and say, this is not our role. We are not getting involved. Well, the current government thinks we should get involved, and that's what this package is. This is what the package do. The bill has been considered by Local Government Environment Committee, and I'm pleased about it. The Local Government Environment Committee received 39 written submissions and heard 9 oral. I understand that submitters were supporting the bill in general, but I just want to go over, just for the last few minutes of my speech, the same point again. I do understand why some people think it doesn't go far enough, but every time I tried to expand the limits about this, make it maybe a 15-year period rather than 10, even though 10 is the period in the Building Act, it just made the amount of money involved just horrendous. As it is, it's going to be over $1 billion of liability on the government's books to do this over the period of time. But I also want to notify people out there now this very important point, because a number of people have said, by the time the financial assistance package comes to market, my house will be 10 years old and I will not be eligible. Well, that's not true. If they get in and register their property with the Weathertight Resolution Service today, or tomorrow, or whatever, the clock stops ticking the moment they have registered. So even if they don't apply for the package till 11 years or 12 years into the home's life frame, the clock will have stopped ticking before that time frame. Mr Speaker, I'm pleased to be able to offer this package. I think it does give homeowners a way forward. I regret that the history of this, which dates back decades of decision-making, the systemic failure of the building industry, because again, I think it's a point worth making. Some people say to me, this leaky home saga only happened because of non-treated timber. Not true. Then others say it happened because of lack of skills in the industry. Not true. And others say it happened by poor design. Not true. They say it happened because of poor inspections and so on. Sir, what had happened? Well, actually, Phil Twyford calls out deregulation. And I do. Well, now he's bit the bullet. He is saying it was deregulation of the building sector that did it. And what Mr Twyford doesn't know is the deregulation occurred from a thing called the Building Act of 1991, right? Now, you would suspect that was national, right? That was a bill introduced to this House in 1990 by the Honourable Margaret Austin and went through its whole process in this House. She was a Labor MP at the time. Yes, she was. She was a minister. Oh, not deep down. All right, well, Trevor Mallard said not deep down was she a Labor member. National passed its third reading, and now he's saying, Mr Twyford is saying that it's National's responsibility. So let us get it right. Labor introduced it, Labor took it through the Select Committee, Labor brought it back to the Parliament, Labor took it through the Committee of the Whole, and then National passed the third reading of this, and now it's National's fault. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's beautiful. I have to say that's one of my personal favourites. I will really use that one in future. So, sir, if Mr Twyford was a bit more gracious, he'd have gone with my original statement. It's a systemic failure across the board of both industry and government and regulations and non-treated timber. And, sir, I'm pleased to have a package here to the House today that's going to finally address that problem.
The question is the motion be